Super fast tortoise in the show, drinking coffee, wishing you all well, because life is swell. Super fast tortoise. Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Friends and trends that bend the senses. Let's get up, it's sexless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with super fast Tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow.
Hey, everybody!
Okay, what happened?
I don't know. You sound like a squirrel.
I'll do it.
You know you did. Oh, my Lord. Squirrel, attack, destroy. Yeah. Good morning, Miss Hillbilly.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Super Fast Tortoise in the Show, Morning Coffee Show. Hope you got your coffee, your libation.
I got man.
And we got a topic today that was suggested by the Hillbillies.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about stuff that's probably going to make you feel uncomfortable. All right. Probably Lone Wolf is probably going to struggle the most. We'll see.
yep.
Yeah.
Nope, I'll be talking and I won't be able to shut up.
Nice. That's nice. So we got tips and tricks about talking on camera. We'll get to a little bit later. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, I got some tips.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do. But I'm pretty sure they're different than my tips.
Probably.
Probably. Oh, yeah, probably. Because my tips are based off research and self-exploration.
Right. Mine's just, well, I guess say mine's just self-exploration.
Mm-hmm.
Self-exploration.
Yes, in other words,
Yeah.
Based off our experiences.
Right.
Yeah. We got a lot going on. We got a lot going on. Good morning, everybody. Wake up. Wake up. It's time in the morning to wake up. Hope you guys didn't get woken up last night and had a rough sleep.
No. Well, I did early this morning when my shoulder started hurting, so it woke me up.
I know. Poor shoulder.
Yeah. It hurts some. Wakes me. That's my alarm clock nowadays. It's my shoulder.
Your shoulder. You need to take your shoulder off and set it on a shelf for a while. Let it be itself for a bit while your arm relaxes.
Well, last time I went to the doctor about it, I asked him if there was any way they can cut the dang on shoulder off, and so I can take it and set it on the shelf, let it rest for a little bit. And they said, no, we can't do that. I was like, well, dag blag, what can I do?
You can do everything in your power. In your power, everybody. Oh, I see there's a handful of you in chat land. Say hello in chat. Engage with us. Have fun. How is your morning doing? Do you have your favorite libation? Do you have a coffee? Do you have a water? Do you have a soda? Do you have a juice? Do you have your shake? Do you have your morning routine? What is your morning routine, everybody?
Mine's coffee.
Coffee is a good morning routine indeed. Lone Wolf, what's the morning routine you have?
When Hillbilly jump scares you on the intro.
Yes, his face is a jump scare. It's like the song's going on. And he's like, "Good morning, everybody."
It never fails. I'm not paying attention. It scares the daylights out of me.
That's funny. That's funny. It's there to wake you up, give you a little shock in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, give you that little shock, a little wake up vibe. Hope your vibes are good today. Hope you had some delicious breakfast, maybe like a egg and sausage biscuit or something. In some cases, ramen noodles. Ramen noodles.
Well, they got ramen noodles in the game in arena in the Magic now.
That's true.
They actually got a card called that.
Yeah, a card called ramen noodles. Ramen noodles, my friends.
Never thought I would see that day that they would include that into a Magic, but
Breakfast of
here this
college
time.
champions. Breakfast of college champions.
Yeah, buddy.
But all right, my friends, it is the time of the day where we get to something that Hillbilly should definitely know about, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't because he just doesn't know Mill.
Card of the day.
Ooh.
This is a card that used to be the king of mill. Hillbilly would know that if he was the king of milling. Circu Demir Lobotomist used to be a powerhouse in Standard. Still couldn't compete with Dredge, but it did a lot. For 2 generic, a blue and a black, you had a legendary creature human wizard for 2/3. He could be your commander. How annoying could he be if he was your commander? Whenever you play a blue spell, like cast a blue spell, remove the top card of target library from the game. Whenever you play a black spell, do the same. But whenever your opponents can't play non-land cards with the same name as a card removed from the game with Circu Demir Lobotomist. So the trick is you get your opponent's commander on top of their library somehow and exile it.
Oh. Well, they just put it back into the command zone.
They can.
Yeah.
But this guy still mills. Like you play a blue-black spell, you're milling 2 cards off the top of their library.
There you play a black spell, remove the top card. Okay. You play a blue spell, remove the top card. Interesting. I like it.
Yeah, he used to be a favorite of mine back in the day. Back in Ravnica, he was a powerful Demir creature. And his picture is very sinister looking. Very sinister indeed.
Yeah, it is. Well, I like this card.
This card is fun. You don't see it played very often. But like in that's 2 cards, the exiles cards. That's the powerful part. It exiles the cards, right? So it doesn't go into your opponent's graveyard.
Right.
Yeah. That's a pretty spicy meatball right there. Right there.
It is.
All right. With that, my friends, we're going to move to the picture of the day. The picture of the day is talent hits when you've practiced a lot, granting you the superpowers like habits. Yeah. Look at that turtle being struck by lightning and popcorn everywhere. Popcorn everywhere.
Wow.
Everywhere, my friends, wherever you go. I don't know why my brain was trying to go to Full House theme song.
That turtle looks like it's at a dang on popcorn buffet.
With the Dream Buffet.
Oh, yeah.
Get all the popcorn you can eat.
Yep.
Extra butter and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Extra butter.
Throw you some of that ranch flavoring in there. You're ahead.
Ranch flavoring. That's such a redneck thing.
It is, I guess. It's good, though.
I like ranch, but not that much. I don't dip my fries in ketchup. That's how bad I am with sauces.
Well, I'd rather dip my fries in some ranch sauce or some Tabasco sauce or something.
Tabasco.
No, you know what the best thing to dip fries in is?
What's that?
Ice cream.
Yeah, well, people do that at Wendy's all the time.
It's so good.
Just don't look right to me.
See, I like the natural and salty taste of fries by themselves. I judge a fast food establishment by their fries. And if I can't eat their fries without a sauce, their fries are bad.
I judge them by the burgers.
Well, the burgers are going to be judged by the burgers too, but we're talking about French fries here.
Yeah, true.
You're talking about dipping in sauces. To me, a food shouldn't be dipped in a sauce. It should be perfect the way it is.
It sounds like we all need to go have some lunch.
That's right. That's right. But the point of the picture is talent is made through practice. And when you practice a lot, your practicing skills become habits. And your habits are like superpowers.
Right.
There you go.
Makes sense.
There you go. There you go. That was the picture of the day. I had fun with it. So let's get into this dirty little topic called how to talk on camera. All right. Today we're talking about getting better on camera on YouTube and in social media, wherever you are, getting comfortable with yourself on camera, getting comfortable with change. Here's some tips for talking on the camera. First, you got to look good and feel comfortable on camera for you and your audience. You got to dress and feel good for your audience. Building confidence starts with you feeling good on camera. The trick is feeling good about yourself on camera. And how you feel and how you act on camera, you got to be comfortable with it. How you portray yourself will be portrayed to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some people get an audience dressed like they found their shirt at the dollar store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's all about your confidence in what you're wearing and how you're portraying it and how good you feel about yourself on camera. You got to get comfortable. And that doesn't come easy. That takes a little work, a little effort, because you got to go there. You got to be there. You got to get comfortable with it. You got to practice. Like you got to work with what you got. Not everybody's got a tuxedo in their closet. I don't.
Oh man.
What you thinking over there, Hillbilly?
Well, I remember this one streamer one time that I seen here a while back. He
Yeah.
actually streamed wearing a suit. When he would stream, he'd actually put the tie on, put the dress shirt on, the jacket on. I mean, he was all decked out in a suit when he would stream. And myself, I thought that was kind of too dressed up for a stream.
It could have been, but the point is to dress up to the point where you feel like you can be represented on camera. Feel comfortable on camera. Like I look like the casual dude wearing a casual hat, a casual shirt. I have a style on camera. It's nice, it's modest, and it sells.
Right.
It sells my personality. That's what I'm going for. And I get comfortable with it. TCG dude. Woo woo.
What's up?
It's like camera friendly. No speak. Eyeballs. But like part of being on camera is selling what you're talking about, and part of selling what you're talking about is being dressed for the occasion. Dressed like you would sell a hamburger to somebody at a restaurant, a little bit uniformed. That's what I'm getting at. You don't have to dress in an apron or nothing. You don't have to dress in McDonald's clothing. You just want to dress for your part. You want to dress nice, like you're going to a social event, like a casual social event. Because really, you want to be yourself.
Yep.
You just want to be like 110% yourself.
Right.
But the second tip I have is have a higher opinion of yourself. You know how many people get on camera for the first time and think, man, I am crap. But people do that. They think I'm crap. They're afraid that they're not going to be good. And the truth is, you're not really going to be good. But
right.
point is you're going to have a higher opinion of yourself. You got to get confident with yourself, right? Most people put too much on their plate as of being a face on camera. Too many faces in the world of social media is following this tip. Number one, have confidence in yourself. Dress for what you want. You know, you want to sell it. You're not going to be every TikTok star and everything.
Right.
TCG says at the start of the pandemic, Greg Miller, who runs Kind of Funny Games, required his staff to dress office appropriate in an effort to keep the work mindset present. Nice. But yeah, mindset's all about it.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, in the face of the world and being a face in the world of social media, it feels like you have a lot of competition out there. And the truth is there is a lot of competition out there, especially when people have, you know, more money. You know how many streams I watch of people playing games of Magic and they have better streaming out there? It's crazy. That's very true. There was a time when Superfast wore a crazy colorful outfit and people were trying to make fun of him, but he just laughed at it. That's right.
Yep.
I remember that outfit. That was a red pants, green button-up shirt outfit. But anyways, you gotta have a higher opinion of yourself. You gotta be confident in yourself. Like when I was single, one thing I tell a lot of people is I was the most attractive man in the world. And it ain't the fact that I was really the most attractive man in the world. It's just my opinion is I was an attractive man. Right? And one thing a lot of people do, that's a fact, is they judge attractiveness by how they look, how they feel. It's all about mindset. Like when you look at someone else, you judge their attractiveness based off of you and your opinions, your thoughts of yourself. So you got to get over the fear that you're not going to look good or you're not going to be good, and you got to start practicing on being good. Being good is not something you just get right away. Some people are more natural at it, being good on camera, but it's something you want to pick up and practice. Not everybody's going to be perfect. Not everybody is perfect. Like no matter how good someone is on camera for the first time, there's still things they got to learn, pick up, and get more professional at. And one thing I wanted to hit in this tip is there's a lot of competition out there, but the true competition in being on camera is yourself. You're competing against yourself. You know, you're competing against yourself a lot. You're competing against your mindset. You're competing against your fears, your uncomfortabilities. You know, you're competing. And there's no real competition with yourself if you have the mindset that you're the most attractive person in the world. And that's just like a metaphor that you're the most attractive person in the world, because no one is ever the most attractive person in the world. But having that opinion of yourself that you're good enough is really the key thing you want to take away. It should help you get past that barrier of being on camera. I mean, what do you think, Hillbilly?
Yeah, I agree with you on this. But as far as, you know, being on camera, there is always that fear of being on camera. I don't run my camera on my stream. It's not because I don't feel comfortable about it or anything. It's because of me having to sit down, reconfigure my camera for one stream and reconfigure for a different stream, then having to go back, reconfigure it again and again. It's just a lot of work. So I just leave my camera configured to one stream and just leave it there. And then I only show my face on that stream, which is this stream. Now, as far as first starting out, I did not care about being on camera at all. I knew I was on camera, but I had the mindset, you know what? I'm on camera, but that camera is not there. I had that in my mind that camera is not there. So that made it easier for me to be on camera because I pretended that it was not there.
That's interesting, because one of the things and tricks about being on camera is learning a camera space.
Yep.
But the thing is your being on camera on your stream is a lot different than being on camera for a video.
Right.
Right? So being on your stream, you just got a little face cam. Usually you had a little circle around your face and you just highlighted your face.
Mm-hmm.
Like on camera here, I gotta know stage left and I gotta know stage right. I gotta know my space where my hands can go. You know, I gotta be centered the way I can be. I gotta have the background in place. You know, that's things you learn and pick up as you go. But
Right.
the camera, you gotta get comfortable with the camera in that aspect. You gotta get comfortable with the camera being there. Like if you don't care it's there, you're gonna kind of negate tip number 3.
I mean, you still have to learn your, camera space like you're saying and everything. But also, after you get all that situated, get it right, then you get into your mind. I mean, I'm on camera.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do? I mean, how do I interact with my chat with me being on camera? You just forget that camera's there and just interact with the chat. And then when you interact with the chat, you just forget that camera's there because that camera is there and you already got it set up and everything for your, for the stuff that you was just talking about. And then you should be good.
But you can't forget the camera is there.
Right.
Because one of the things a lot of people will judge you on especially when you're making videos of your face is looking at the camera so you look like you're looking at the audience.
Right. That's one reason why you have your camera above your computer and you look straight and you just look straight ahead, then it looks like you're looking at the camera.
I wish it was that simple as mine. Mine's a little too high to do that.
Mine's not.
Tip number 3 is be 110% yourself in the world of talking on camera.
Yep.
See, the truth is on camera, you want to be 100% yourself, like how you act in real life, but with a little extra 10%.
Yep.
What that extra 10% does is it shines and breaks an invisible barrier in the camera world. Like one thing I don't do a lot is talk to my hands like crazy. Like on camera, I talk to my hands because it's like 110% myself. It brings character. It brings me into the future of my thought process, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like you are a character, Hillbilly. You are a character, Lone Wolf. You are characters. But when you're on camera and when you speak, you not only do you have to be 100% yourself, you want to be a little bit extra than yourself because one thing visually on camera is people don't want to say you're standing still, acting all nervous.
Well, nobody can be as crazy talking as Lone Wolf is. So you know how much he talks and he gets into some crazy subjects and everything.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just can't get Lone Wolf to be quiet and let other people talk.
But seriously, in all seriousness, you got to break the barrier of your uncomfortability through the previous tips that we talked about. Being comfortable with yourself, being your own competition, getting comfortable on camera. Being 110% is being yourself, but just a little more extra, using a little more extra hand motion. You don't have to throw your hands all over the air, and you don't have to act like you're a preacher, like be all loud and everything and crazy. But people like to see your motions of your hands. They like to see you communicate with your body. They like you to talk loud enough to hear. They like to see you. They like to see you at your 110%. Because there's what's up?
I talk with my hands all the time, but I'm not going all over the place. I'm like, like when I point something out, I'll be like, with my hands point, something out or something like that. But that's just where I am. I mean, I just talk with my hands. Yeah,
but when you're on camera, you just got to do it is a little bit more, a little more eccentric. Eccentric is the key word there, because being yourself is huge. People love authenticity, But on camera, you got to be 10% more with your voice and actions. And Stay Sword says confidence is key. Confidence is key.
Yep.
It is. And that's what the first 3 tips is about learning to be confident on camera.
Correct.
Right? The fourth tip I got, the fourth tip is more gonna talk. It's gonna feel like I'm talking about Lone Wolf more because it definitely affects Lone Wolf more in the thought process.
Mm-hmm.
But this is for everybody, even for Hillbilly, even for me. Don't be afraid to share your opinions, and don't be afraid of messing up on camera. You will think in your head of all the ways you will mess up on camera, and guess what? While trying to represent you at your best, the truth is you will mess up, and it is no big deal. As long as you pick up from where you mess up and ignore the oopsie and continue like it did not happen, you'll be fine. And if it was a big mess up and you're not injured, make a quick joke about it and then continue on like it didn't happen. This will show people you are camera tough. You are ready for the camera. Sometimes we mess up. There was a time I was on stream and I was doing a face down cam and I shot to my face and I didn't realize I had a big boogie on my mustache. I don't know where it came from, but I had to take care of that. And I didn't want to point it out because I don't know who saw it, but I took care of the boogie as quick as possible and came back on camera. You know, treated it like it didn't happen.
Yeah, there's been times I've messed up where my mouth runs faster than my brain, and I'll just blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I just look at that as being, you know, just a funny moment of the stream and go on about it. Like it ain't nothing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's been several times in some of my past streams where I've done that.
Right. And the key thing about this tip is you want to be confident in the fact that you will mess up. And it's no big deal. You'll talk, you might say something inaccurate or wrong on accident. You might stutter, you might stumble on your own words. You know, you're going to catch it because you're going to be your worst critic. Because you are your worst critic. I mean, I know people out there can be mean, but you're going to feel the effects of your own criticism more than other people most times. But you just got to realize it's not important that you messed up. What's important is you continue on the trail of getting better and making a representation of yourself that is solid and representing your channel and your video.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Stay Sword says something I like to say from time to time is saying to myself is I'm the best thing that has ever happened to me. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You're the best thing. Because Stay Sword's like, I'm the best around. And no one's ever going to take me down. He used to sing that a lot, by the way. And I see you, Stay Sword, TC Dude, and Miss Sybil. You guys all rock. And the fifth tip is get confident by practice. Every chance you get, talk in public about something you know. Yep. Like engage on camera whenever possible. And talk like you're selling an idea. Right? Like, because the truth is, every time you're out of your local game store or you're on camera, you are selling an idea. You might not be selling to make money, but you're selling someone to believe it, to believe in you. You're selling someone to buy your words audibly when you're talking on camera, when you're talking to anyone. Like when you're talking to your spouse, your girlfriend, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your boss, you're selling them. Mm-hmm. And confidence is getting confident in selling your words. Like I said, you don't have to be engaged in the conversation like you're making money, but you're selling them on believability, because if you're telling the truth, there's already a bit of confidence in your voice, but having confidence to say it like you own it, own what you're saying, people are going to believe it. They're going to buy it. They're going to be invested. And that's one thing you want to practice is on selling something that you're saying like you own it.
Correct.
And that's all right if you make a boo-boo, like number 5, right? It's all right if you make a boo-boo.
Yep.
You're going to make boo-boos all the time. You're going to make boo-boos here. You're going to make boo-boos there. You're going to make little mistakes. Sometimes you're going to cough on camera. It's not the end of the world. People understand that you're human.
Correct.
Being 110% yourself is not neglecting the fact that you are not human, right? It's not neglecting the fact that you're not human, right? You are human. People understand that. You know, you get a dry throat. That's fine. Drink some water. Take a little break.
Yep.
Take a few seconds to recoup yourself. Curtis Strayham. Hello.
Yep.
I can't click on that, but pop that up for me really quick and just say hello. Hello, Curtis Strayham. All right. Usually I can't pop that up as I'm in my notes. All right. Tip number 6. And if you guys are wondering, all my tips are in the description of the video below. So you can always come back and look at the description and read what I got. But always, and I mean always, in your uninterrupted dialogue. So if you have dialogue that's uninterrupted with a question, right? I just messed that up. In your uninterrupted dialogue with a question about what you just said, to get an opinion about what you just said, to enhance on your topic, or to give an example of your topic, or to switch the reins of control to another person, sometimes the audience, right? So what I mean is always have something to say, sell it, own it, be comfortable on camera. And once you say what you're saying, toss the microphone figuratively to someone else, like Hillbilly, and be like, Hillbilly,
Yep.
what's one way you transfer a conversation to someone else?
What's one way? I'll come out with a question, for example. Like if I'm talking about, like, let's say a card, for example.
Uh-huh.
My opinion about this card is one of the best cards that Magic has ever put out.
Right.
Then once I talk about the card, what I think about it, then I'll go to my chat and say, chat, what do y'all think about the card?
Mhm.
Or what do you think about the card, Tortoise or Lone Wolf? And then after I do that, then y'all got the mic to say what you want to say about the card.
Mhm. So one thing I learned last night while I was streaming by myself on OBS, and that's why I was by myself on OBS, is because I can't invite people like I do on StreamYard.
Right.
Is not only do you end your conversations with a question, like your little topic parts,
Mm-hmm.
but you also want to give an example of what your question means. Like last night, I'll talk about, like, say, fruitcake, and say I'm talking about fruitcake, and I'll talk about fruitcake and how I like fruitcake and make fruitcake and whatnot. Then I'd be like, do you like fruitcake? Then I'd express the moment, like my feelings on fruitcake, like, oh, I love fruitcake, so delicious. I says, what? I'd be like, what's your opinion on fruitcake? I think the fruitcake's good, because one thing I try to stop is dead air on camera. Dead air.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. And that's the point of asking questions after you say something wrong. All right. Hold on. How do you deal with self-deprecation? Don't argue with yourself. You always lose because of yourself. Will always know your weakness. Your struggles and flaws. Don't do it. That's right. Do like that was one of the earlier tips. Is you gotta own it. You gotta sell it. You gotta know that you're the most beautiful person in the world. You know, you're not flawless, but you're pretty much damn near it. And that's the mindset you gotta have, because you gotta get over the stumbles of getting comfortable with the camera, getting comfortable with talking.
Right.
Like, look, me and Hillbilly have years behind us. and we're still not the best. But
far from it.
we're still practicing. We're still getting better. We're still putting ourselves in front of the camera. Like Lone Wolf hasn't been on camera, but he's getting more comfortable with talking, and that's the one big step on himself.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which in tip number 7, the final tip in the list of the description is find purpose for yourself in a conversation. Add value by building on the dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we're talking about how do you get over self-deprecation? How do you get over your self-destructive behaviors? Find purpose to be in the dialogue. You're on a show and you want to say something. Find purpose for the reason why you want to say it. Find purpose to add value to the show. Give yourself purpose. You sell something better when you believe in a purpose.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, when you believe in what you're saying and you're owning what you're saying and you're selling it, you are believing in the purpose. You have the purpose. You want to make purpose go on because the purpose is to interlude, interact. It's to entertain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like truth is you're going to stop yourself if you feel like you're strong enough, but you have to have the willpower to continue.
Correct.
I mean, Lone Wolf, what have you picked up through these tips I shared with everybody?
I gotta say, like, the one thing that I picked up and I agree with is it takes time. Like you got to do it, not just back away from it or whatever. Like with me, for example, the more that I'm on the show and the more that I'm talking, more that I'm I may not be on camera, but I'm still talking.
Right.
You get used to everything if you do it. It's repetition. You just keep on doing it, and it gets easier over time. Because
Mm-hmm.
the one thing that I struggle with is self-depreciation because I'm not very confident in myself. And I feel like, just being able to talk and voice my opinions on here, that helps improve my confidence. That means, be able to say what you want to say. And the other thing is, yeah, you make mistakes, but that also gives you something to laugh at too. So,
Well, yeah, we always make mistakes. Always.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, the way to get past those mistakes is to carry on like it didn't happen or it wasn't a big problem. Like if you make a big mistake, like you stutter and whatnot, stop, take your time, take a little second to recapture yourself and continue on. Even if you have to make a little joke, continue on as if it wasn't a big problem. Because the more we make it a problem to ourselves, the more of a problem it will become. And the thing is you don't want to take a little pebble and make it a big boulder, or you want to take a little molehill and make it a big mountain.
Mm-hmm.
The problem does not need to be bigger than it really is.
Right.
Because we're not perfect.
Exactly. I mean, you can take a little problem and blow it up into a big problem in your mind, but actually it's still just a little problem. And you need to, realize that, you're not perfect and everything. And that big problem is not as big as you think it is.
Right. Not as big as you think it is. I mean, there are very few things you can do on camera that are big problems. Big problems.
Correct.
But the chances are you're not going to do those things.
Right.
Those are more conscious things, conscious made decisions.
Correct.
So you're going to consciously work on being the best version of you on camera. If it helps, kind of think of it as an interview. You're like being on camera like an interview. You're putting on your best self as your most best casual self, and you're trying to sell your idea of your experience to the viewer, because the viewer will be the audience, and your audience will find you. Your audience will find you. They'll interact with you. They'll be good with you, right?
Yep.
And if someone doesn't know their audience, Like say Lone Wolf finally picked up a camera or started a video. Maybe he picked up StreamYard and wanted to start talking on StreamYard on the free app. These are not suggestions. You're just like, this is just a fantasy land. If he wanted to create an audience because he didn't know his audience, he has to create an audience in his head. He's got to imagine the audience is what he wants, and he has to shoot for that. Then the audience will come.
Yep.
They will arrive. They will show up.
And I've seen some streamers that's just starting out, 0 views, nobody in chat except for me. But I go in, and as soon as I go into their chat, they're talking. They're talking before I even say anything into chat. So when you do get on a camera, you got to realize, somebody might be on here. Somebody might watch the replay. Might as well pretend that somebody's there and get used to, talking to yourself, because really you're talking to yourself because, you're talking to the camera because, you're not physically, nobody is physically there.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to have enough confidence to realize, somebody is going to watch us. You have to tell yourself somebody is going to watch us. I should talk to them. And then still talk and have enough confidence in yourself to realize, somebody's going to watch it. Somebody's going to see it. So you have enough confidence to talk.
Oh, yeah.
Because, that talking does help with your camera appearance, and it helps with, getting comfortable. It helps with your confidence. Just to be able to do that.
Right. When you're on camera, you got to be comfortable with talking with nobody. Right? With the idea of nobody being there. But you don't know who's there. Because, like, for example, my viewership is bouncing between 1 and 6 and 7 people right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not telling me exactly how many people are watching. It's just giving me an estimated idea of who's watching. And you don't know how many of the people in that chat will respond to you, but you got to talk to them, and you got to try to get them engaged by asking questions, carrying on the conversation like you're talking to them right there. Your camera is your friend. You got to act like you're talking to your friend when you're talking to your camera.
Exactly.
So it makes sense. Like Hillbilly, without deck building, how do you talk to people on your camera?
Without deck building, how do I talk to people? I just pretend, that they're there. I look at my camera as that person that I'm trying to talk to, which could be multiple people. And then I just, pretend that my camera is them, and then I just talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you gotta do. You just gotta pretend that camera is not there. You gotta pretend that camera is somebody. That camera is somebody because it's somebody on the other side of that camera that you're actually talking to. And you have to realize and be comfortable, have enough confidence. I mean, this keeps going back to confidence, but you have to have enough confidence to know that somebody's on the other side of that camera.
Mm-hmm. And confidence is all about getting comfortable. All right, everybody. Confidence is all about getting comfortable. Mm-hmm. Confidence is not this achievable goal. And confidence is about making it habitual, habit forming. You can do it without thinking very much. You got to get better at it by practicing, and by practicing, you want to make it habitual behaviors. Yep. How you talk on camera, how you go crazy on camera, sometimes how you influence yourself and other ideas on camera to people selling your idea. Being confident is not like a milestone to be reached. It's not a milestone to be reached like you've got confidence. Confidence is being confident in yourself that you can do it, but it's also like having that habit. You just know you can do it, and that's pretty much what you get when you practice on camera, get really good. When you start talking to everybody, it's all about being comfortable. So if you need to, take the confident word out of it and add the word comfortable, because that's what you really want to be, is comfortable with talking on camera. You know, no, that's the thing you want to get to.
Exactly. And if you are uncomfortable about being on camera, you can always pretend that it's not, that the camera's not there, or you can pretend that it's all. You can also pretend that it is your best friend is there in front of you instead of that camera.
Right. So that's what all the tips are about. It's all about getting comfortable on camera, getting comfortable with yourself. The confidence is getting the habitual nature of doing so. But my friends, you know what that means. It is time we get to
What?
all right, the movers and shakers. Woo-hoo.
Cool.
Hold on. Gotta figure something out. There you go. So we're on the movers and shakers, the weekly movers and shakers. We would have done this yesterday, but we were interrupted by a good conversation yesterday. But movers and shakers. Apparently, Badger Mole's going nuts at 18%, at $88 for this mythic.
Such a great card.
Yeah, it's such a bad card. Such a bad card. You shouldn't be so much. You're not worth that much.
Turn two, you turn 1 mana into 2 manas.
Mm-hmm. As long as you tap a creature for mana, adds 1 mana. Yes. It's 102% spike at $16.99. You got the Legend of Roku. Really good card. Legend of Roku's going up. Going up to 27% at $40. You got the Banded VV Ornator because it's not Banded Commander.
Boo. Banned in standard.
It's banned in standard. Yeah. I don't know why it's banned in standard. That red card was even worse. Screaming Nemesis.
It
was horrible. It was horrible.
I disagree.
It was horrible. No,
I disagree.
99%. 99% movement at $13.95. We got Faded Firepower. Seeing an increase in play. Might be Commander with those 3 red pips, or it could be mono red standard.
Mm-hmm.
All right, at 33%, 26.71. You got Walls of Banks, bossing say, or however you enunciate that.
Wow.
But it's a pretty good wall. People are trying to build it. I know some people are trying to build decks around it.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Pretty good card once it gets on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's how most creatures are. They're pretty good when they're on the battlefield. They're not good in your hand. At 121% at $11.75, you got Electro Assaulting Battery. This card's so good. I can't wait to own a copy of this card one day. I don't know why I want a copy of this card, but it's a pretty good copy of the card. You don't lose unspent red mana as mana steps ends phases. Mm-hmm. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, add 1 red mana. Sounds pretty solid.
Yep. I can tell you what deck this is being played in. It's playing on Firebending because of the 7/7 that can attack, gaining indestructible for 8 unspent red mana.
Yeah. I'm thinking of mono red. We got Ogre Exano Deepest Might at 28% at $27. So Ogre has been increasing up this ladder a little bit lately. Mm-hmm. If a source you control would deal an amount of non-combat damage with less than Ogre Exano's power to an opponent, that source deals damage equal to Ogre Exano's power instead. Oof.
Nice.
It's pretty good. So you shock does 4 damage with him in hand.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good. Then at 22% at $32.67, we got the underrated or boring, not underrated. This card is being played a lot for no good reason. Being with combat on your turn, put X+1 counters in each creature control where X is creature's power. So good.
Yes, it is. I do want one. I ain't got one, but dag-blegged is a. I play with this every time I play a green deck on Arena because it's so good.
So good. Yeah, that's a good Traxa fodder too.
Yup.
All right. Then at 9%, not really moving much at all. At 68.77, we got the Soulstone. Soulstone doing good stuff. Has the Infinity stuff. It's seeing a lot of play in Commander. That's where this is want to see play most. I don't know if this is really seeing standard play. Could be.
It is.
Yeah, because I know Hillblade doesn't play a lot of the meta decks.
Nope.
So knowing the actual power level of this card, it's hard to tell on his channel. At 46% at 1678, Gavtar Eng.
Very good card.
Very good card. Probably seen playing Commander and Standard right now.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty good. 4 colors is pretty tough. But you got a water bend, earth bend, fire bend, and air bend to transform him. I don't want to show him the transform side. But going down, we got Washington Librarian. This card is $60 about.
Oof.
Really good card. Needs to be dropped in price. Needs to reprint right away. Right away.
Yep.
And down 8% at $12.98. It's just really adjusting to its new higher price. Aloria, the War Leader, is just chilling out. This is a Commander card, not really standard. Like it could be played in standard, but I think this is more Commander power because the extra tap step is pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
At 12% at $7.52, we got Sid, Timeless Artificer, just doing stuff. That's a pretty good price for an uncommon. Then 12% at $7, we got Norman Osborn. Norman Osborn just killing it, being awesome.
Yup.
Then at 4% down, we got 21.16. We got Sire of Seven Deaths. This card is pretty solid. Just needs to stay at a certain price range, Just chill. Just chill.
Yep.
Don't need to go down. He's not really moving a lot. 4% just means just adjusting a little, just like a little shrug in his spot in the charts of being 21.16. Down 8% at $7.89. We got the White Lotus tile. White Lotus tile just chilling out because what we need is more mana rocks to do too many things.
Oh yeah.
Then down 8% at $7.25. We got Ketramos, the New Dawn. See him play from the Commander decks and stuff. He's pretty good. People like him. $7.25. There you go. 11% down at $4.99, $5. We got Basilisk Collar, just a classic card. He's playing Commander a lot. And it's probably seeing standard play because it is a good artifact for that. I mean, that lifelink is uber good, and that Death Touch can be even spicier.
Yep.
Down 13% at $4.26, got Miles Morales. $5 card. He's just chilling, just acting like a villain, but he's not a villain. He's a hero. Human citizen. Transforms into a Naive version of Miles Morales Spider-Man, which still gets me rubbed the wrong way because it should have been Deemer. But still. Down 13% at $4, you got Cosmic Spider-Man. People are building Commander decks out of this. I've seen him play. This guy is going down, but he's still a good card. Still a good card for the Spider decks.
Oh, yeah. Very good in Spiders.
Yeah. And my friends. Ooh. That has been the movers and shakers. Say sources. Confidence is not about being comfortable. It's about being uncomfortable. That could be in its own right there.
Yep.
Well. Everybody. It is that time of day, my friends. We got to get to. Boom.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the crew.
Too much to take. So it's lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. EP20 in the house, we own this town, ripping through the beats with a fury.
Hey everybody! It's time to get to the chill section, the thrill section. Everybody, it's gonna be chill. But we're gonna start with Lone Wolf to take on the reins to chill for whatever he wants to show.
All right, hey everybody. Appreciate you having me on the show, and I just want to say, as far as our GoFundMe, the link is still going. I don't have the link today, but it's the same thing as normal. We're just trying to save up to move to another apartment, which we're still keeping an eye out for. So I just wanted to give an update on that for everybody, and then let's get Hillbilly and Tortoise up to 1,500 subscribers.
All right. Hold on. All right, let's go find me a link in chat. And we're going to go to Hillbilly.
Hey, everybody. This afternoon at 2 o'clock, I will be doing another arena stream. But tonight at 7 o'clock, I will be doing a Commander game. So if anybody's interested in playing Commander, you got to set up, then you can join in on the Commander game. All you got to do is let me know in my Discord or let Tortoise know in his Discord. And first come, first serve. We'll be playing probably, it really decided on the bracket, probably 3 or 4. And we'll be doing that tonight at 7 o'clock.
Sounds good. Everybody, super fast Tortoise. I don't know if I'll be doing anything tonight other than playing Hillbilly's game. We'll find out. But hey, I hope you guys enjoyed today's conversation. I hope it was good for you guys in chat. Who are rewatching this? Let us know in the comments below what you think. Maybe there's something we missed. Let us know. And with that, I want to thank you guys for being here. Hillbilly Lone Wolf, thank you for being here. Everybody in chat, thank you for being here. I want to thank you all for making the show what it is, making it possible. You guys rock. You guys rule. I want to remind you that you're awesome and amazing. I want to thank you, channel members, for supporting the channel the way you do, and channel subscribers for growing the channel the way you do. You guys rock. You guys rule. Remind you that you're awesome and amazing, that you're loved. Someone's thinking about you, and if you can't, say and or do something positive for someone else today, because you might be the change in need. With that, my friends, we're going to get out of here and get to the outro.
I want to thank you, channel members of the channel, for supporting this creep the way you do. You are awesome. And you subscribers, everybody that subscribes, you're doing amazing too. Thank you very much for all that you do.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show.